Hi everyone, welcome to SRV Academy of Accounts. Here all my preparations and presentations are only an exam point of view. Watch my regular classes and get more marks in your semester exam. Subject Financial Accounting 2, Chapter Branch Accounting, Class 2. Today we are going to work out at another two important problems in our examinations. Without any delay, we move on to the today's session. This is the problem number 2. First, I am going to read the question. Listen carefully, my dear. From the following particulars relating to Hyderabad branch account for the year ended 31/12/1994, prepare the branch account in the head office books. Yeah, here three columns are given. The particulars, amount, and start with the stock on 1/1/94, 11,200. Branch debtors at opening 1/1/94, 6,300. Goods sent to branch 51,000. Cash sent to branch for branch expenses. Rent 1,500. Salaries 3,000. Petty cash 500 and total 5,000 rupees. And followed by sales at branch. Cash sales is given 25. The credit sales is given 39. Altogether 64,000 total. And cash received from debtors 41,200. Stock at the end 13,600 rupees. Prepare the branch account for the year ended 1994. Simple. If there is any missing assets at the end, we are going to find with help of working notes. Here, closing debtors not given. We are going to find closing debtors with help of branch debtors account. Okay. And solution working note, the calculation of closing debtors. Write down the heading, the branch debtors account, and divide the 6 column, date, particulars, amount, and date, particulars, amount. And start with the debit side. Yes, to opening balance of debtors at 1/1/94, how much? 6,300 rupees. Let's see, in this problem, credit sales is given 39 and cash received from debtors 41,200. Okay, first you write down by cash received from debtors, how much? 41,200. And debit side to credit sales, the how much? And 39,000 is given. Here we don't have any allowances, bad debts and discount on debtors. Okay, find the total and how much? 45,300. The same value, you put the credit side and 45,300 and find the balancing figure at the end. The balance carry down 4,100 rupees. Now you got the closing balance of debtors, how much? 4,100. Okay. Now we move on to the branch account. Write down the heading like in the books of head office, Hyderabad branch account for the year ending 1994. A debit side, you divide the 3 columns, particulars, amount. In credit side also, particulars, amount. The start with debit side to balance brought down, opening balance of assets. Now we look into the problem. See, stock at the beginning 11,200, the branch at debtors 6,300. Now we move on to the branch account. To balance brought down to stock 11,200, debtors 6,300. Furniture we don't have any value. Petty cash we don't have. Prepaid expenses also we don't have. Find the total 17,500. Now we are going to post the closing assets by balance carry down the closing balances one by one. Stock 13,600. Debtors we got the value from working note, the branch account. How much? 4,100. Furniture we don't have. Petty cash we don't have. Prepaid expenses also we don't have. Find the total and 17,700 the closing assets. Now the credit side by balance brought down the opening liabilities. Creditors we don't have. Outstanding expenses also we don't have. Find the total, outer column nil. And now we move on to the debit side, the closing balance of liabilities. To balance carry down the closing balances, creditors we don't have any values. Outstanding expenses also we don't have. Find the total, outer column nil. In preparation of branch account, this is the process number 1. What are the items we have opening? The same item it should be at closing. What are the items at opening liabilities? The same item it should be in liabilities also. Now we look into the question. See here, the goods sent to branch 51,000. Cash sent to branch for expenses, rent, salaries and petty cash. And remittance by sales, cash sales is given and credit sales 39,000. Credit sales we don't want to take in branch account. The credit shield we should take only in branch debtors account. Cash received from debtors, remittance 41,200. Now we move on to the branch account. To goods sent to branch 51,000, and to bank expenses paid by head office one by one, rent 1,500, salaries 3,000, petty cash 500, and total 5,000 rupees. The credit side by remittance, bank by bank one by one, cash sales 25,000, cash received from debtors 41,200, and what is the total? 66,200 rupees. And by the goods sent to branch, the return to head office, here not given. And find the total. Credit side we have a excess amount, yes, 83,900. The same value you record in debit side, how much? 83,900. And find the balancing figure. That balancing figure we call the branch profit, 10,400 rupees. I hope you understood very well. Now we are going to work out one more problem. This is the problem number 3. A Delhi head office at branch at Chennai. Prepare the branch account in head office book. Here 2 columns are given. A particular amount, one by one. Goods sent to branch 2,50,000. Total sales is given 3 lakh. Cash sales is given 1,75,000. Cash received from debtors 90,000. Branch debtors at the opening 30,000. Branch stock at the opening 9,000. Branch stock at the end 15,015. And with help of these information we are going to prepare the branch account. See my dear, in this problem also we have 2 opening balance of assets, branch debtors as well as branch stock. At the closing, branch stock only is given, debtors not given. So debtors is here the missing figure. So closing debtors we are going to work out with help of branch debtors account. And second one, the total sales is given 3 lakhs and cash sales is given 1,75,000. And what is the credit sale? And total sales minus cash sales, the balance amount we are going to call as credit sales. Here total sales how much? 3 lakh. Cash sales 1,75,000. And what is the remaining balance? 1,25,000. We are going to take it as a credit sales. Now we are going to work out the problem. See the solution. The working note number 1, the calculation of closing debtors. And write down the heading, branch debtors, and divide the 6 columns, date, particulars, amount, and date, particulars, amount. From debit side 1195, the balance brought down how much? 30,000. And here by cash received, here cash received from debtors, yes, how much is given? Cash received from debtors 90,000. Okay, 90,000. And here we don't have any allowance, any bad debts and discount and debtors. 2 credit sales, yes, 1,25,000. How you got the credit sales 1,25,000? The total sales is given 3 lakh, cash sales 1,75,000. Total sales minus cash sales, the balance we are going to call as a credit sale, 1,25,000. Find the total 1,55,000. The same amount you should record in credit side 1,55,000 and find the balancing figure at the end 31/12/1995 by balance carry down how much? 65,000. So this is the branch debtors at the end, 65,000. Now we move on to the branch account and write down the heading in the books of head office, Chennai branch account for the year ending 1995. And we are going to divide the 6 columns. The first 3 columns from debit side, particulars, amount. Then last 3 columns, credit side, the particulars, amount. Now we are going to start with the debit side. Now you look into the problem. The branch debtors at the opening 30,000, branch stock at the opening 9,000 rupees, and closing stock 15,000. We got the closing debtors with help of working out 65,000. Let's move on to the branch account. To balance brought down one by one. Stock 9,000, debtors 30,000, furniture we don't have any value, petty cash we don't have, prepaid expenses also we don't have. Find the total 39,000. We move on to the credit side. By balance carry down the closing balance of assets one by one. Stock is given 15,000. Debtors we got the value with help of working note how much? 65,000. Furniture we don't have, petty cash we don't have, and prepaid expenses also we don't have. Find the total 80,000. You put the outer column. Now the credit side by balance brought down opening balance of liabilities. Creditors we don't have, outstanding expenses also we don't have. Find the total, outer column nil. And next, the debit side, to closing balance of liability, to balance carry down the closing balance of liabilities one by one. Creditors we don't have, and outstanding expenses also we don't have. Find the total, put the value outer column as a nil. Now we look into the problem. In this problem, there is no branch expenses. In this problem, only remittance we have in credit side. Cash sales 1,75,000 and cash received from debtors 90,000. And we don't have any goods returned to head office. Now we move on to the branch account. Two goods sent to branch 2,50,000. To bank, expenses paid by head office, rent we don't have, salaries we don't have, petty cash we don't have, nil. And here by remittance, by bank, cash sales 1,75,000, cash received from debtors 90,000, total 2,65,000. So we don't have any return to head office. Okay, nil. And find the total. I hope the credit side we have excess value and 3,45,000. The same value you should record in debit side 3,45,000 and find the balancing figure. That balancing figure we called as a branch profit. How much? 56,000. I hope you understand the both problems. Now we are in the end of today's session. In upcoming classes, we are going to work out the problems related with branch account. Dear students, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to get the further notification. Stay connected. Thanks for watching.